New York City is seen as the melting pot of America, but immigration to New York has ebbed and flowed over time, based on forces in Washington and across the globe.
Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
One of the first groups to find sanctuary in New York were the Irish, who arrived in the 1850s fleeing famine in their country. By the 1880s, advances in steam power allowed for easier passage across the Atlantic, accelerating the flow of immigrants from Ireland, Britain, Germany, and Scandinavia. In 1892, Ellis Island opened and quickly became the nation's busiest immigration inspection station. Immigrants poured in from all across Europe, including Russia, Poland, and Italy. They crowded into cramped and unsanitary tenements across Manhattan. An 1894 survey by the State Assembly called New York the most densely populated city in the world. But as more immigrants arrived, so too did Americans' fear of foreigners. The immigration law of 1924 limited the number that arrived from any country to 2% of the population already living in the U.S. This policy seems balanced, but it was designed to favor Europeans who had already settled in large numbers. The law also outright banned all Arab and Asian migrants. As World War II approached, Americans' wariness of immigrants grew even more. Jews seeking refuge in the States from Hitler were turned away after their quota was reached. It was not until 1948, 3 years after the war ended, that the Displaced Persons Act allowed some 200,000 Europeans to escape the ravaged continent. With the passing of the Hart-Celler Act of 1965, America put an end to its restrictive quota system. Preference was given to reuniting immigrants with their families and bringing skilled labor into the country. Immediately, immigrants from across Asia, Latin America, and the Caribbean began to settle in New York and around the country. The next several decades continued this welcoming spirit, but after 9/11, the Department of Homeland Security was created to enforce immigration law and tighten America's borders, which leads us to immigration policy today.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Anti-immigrant rhetoric helped elect Donald Trump as president of the U.S. His proposed ban of people from 6 Muslim countries has critics concerned that the golden door to America may soon be shut.